Welcome back. I have done it again. I have broken the tip or the probe off of my multimeter. And this is actually the second time I've broken the probes off of my multimeter. Last time I just took the probes off of this multimeter instead of just changing the batteries in this multimeter, which I still need to do. I don't have any more probes to replace this one with, so let's try to make a repair. There isn't much on the probe side to solder onto, so I can't really solder this back without cutting this off. So I could try to solder another end on that. I have this heavier gauge wire, which just seems like overkill and wouldn't really work well with anything. I have this wire, which I use for breadboards, which would be good. I could just make it so it would just fit into one of the sockets of the breadboard, and that could work out. But what I do have is I have some wires with alligator clips. I can go ahead and cut this and try to solder that on in order to get a better connection. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these wires in roughly half. So grab one of my pairs of wire strippers and I'm just going to cut it in half. Now I have two. This one could be used for another project. Now I have these strippers I can use to strip down the insulation, but I did find this pair, and let's see how well that works on these two different gauge wires. So that's going to be another challenge. So let's, with this, it has a little stop here, and this has a bend to it because I had bent it in half to cut it. But this isn't too critical on the size. We could always trim it down if it is too long, and yep, that worked just fine. So we have one end. Now let's see if it works for the probe wire end. Yep, and that actually worked a lot better. And these are the same size, and I'm going to say that's close enough to the right size. Now, what I did forget to do is to turn on my soldering iron, and so now the soldering iron is warming up. We'll get the ends of the wires ready, and the probe side seems to be the thicker side, so let me see if this shrink wrap would be, yep, that will work for that side, and I think we'll need about that much just to give it a little bit more reinforcement, and wire cutters really aren't the best things for that. Well, at least those wire cutters aren't. So we'll go ahead, twist this right now so it doesn't bunch up as much, and we'll lay it down there and put it into our little clamp here. Now for the other side, the alligator clip side, we'll don't need to put any more shrink wrap because it'll just fold over that way. And something I just realized, I should probably put a little bit of flux on the ends of that clamp, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of flux. I do have a bit of flux residue on this pad. I do need to clean that up, but that is something we can do another time, maybe during a live stream. So we have the two ends with some flux on it. Let's see if we can get some solder on there. I'm going to use some 6040 0.032 inch diameter light duty solder. And try to twist that up a little bit. And then we'll focus on this end, which we got that end all tinned up. Let's go for this end. I'm kind of at a weird angle for this one, but go ahead and wipe off any excess and just give this a minute to cool down so we can tie those together. Okay, that should be cool enough yet. Get these hands close enough, and I'm just going to do a simple twist on. Not the greatest, probably could have given myself a little bit more on the lead. This should work out fine. Again, put in just a little bit more solder, but mostly the solder that's on the tinning would probably get these two together. And again, we will let that cool down, and I really should have a fan one dealing with this to clear out the smoke. Okay, that connection seems good enough for now. I'm not looking for perfection here, so I'm just, hopefully this shrink wrap still fits on pretty well. Didn't take that into account when I got the size. This solder is actually going to take up some space, but got it on there. And now if I had my heat gun, I could probably do it that way, but I'm just going to do it with a lighter for right now, and just don't want to burn it, just want to get it to reduce in size. This is a 3-to-1 shrink ratio. And if I wasn't recording, I probably could do a much better job of this. And we'll let that cool down. Now let's give it a test. Go ahead, I'm going to throw probe back on. And let's start off with a quick continuity test. Turn the meter on. That works. Now I can do stuff like I can put the meter in the correct position, and we can go ahead and test this battery. So the probe seems to be working. It probably won't be long before I break it again or break this one. Thank you for watching. You have a great day.